Hey YouTube, Doctor of Team Sorcerers here, and welcome back to What If Wednesday. And this one is another suggestion by Dark Magic Couple 1985. What if Joey decided to let Yugi keep Red Eye's Black Dragon instead of taking it back from Yugi after their duel ended in that duel that was left unknown? So basically, what if Joey let Yugi keep Red Eye's Black Dragon after Battle City? Well, a lot of the duels would be played out quite differently, and Joey would need a new ace monster. Unless time Wizard counts, he didn't really have a specific ace monster throughout Battle City, so it might be safe to assume that it'll be Guilford the Lightning, which makes sense considering a lot of his monsters are warriors anyway. So yeah, that's what Guilford the Lightning would be, which would then mean that there'd need to be a fusion between Guilford and the Claw of Hermos. Lord of the Red and Paladin of Dark Dragon wouldn't be a thing unless Yugi decides to use those instead. Red Eye's Black Dragon Sword wouldn't come up unless Atem used it in the second duel with Raphael, or darts. Not much would happen to start off with, but when it comes to Joey's rematch with Rex, I feel like a different play would have to be made instead of summoning Red Eye's Black Dragon off Star Blaster or Star Blast, because that's what he used to turn the tide of the duel in his duel with Rex before he brought out Tyrant Dragon. Otherwise Joey would probably end up losing, and it wouldn't make sense for him to lose at that point, for the sake of the plot. It would mean that Valen would never get to duel Joey, and Mai wouldn't get to duel him a third time either. And probably wouldn't snap out of being a bad guy, unless of course Yugi or Kaiba decide to come along and defeat her instead, in which case would there even be any redeeming qualities about Mai after that? Otherwise, the duel with Joey and Rex would need to be reverse engineered in a way that Joey still wins. So he would need to basically find a way to get enough monsters out to bring out Guilford the Lightning. Maybe use Roll of Fate to draw a whole bunch of cards. Maybe do the same play he did against Solomon, which is play Landstar forces and special summon 3 Landstar monsters, then sacrifice them for Guilford. That's the best way to do it, really. But then again, Rex would still need to have a way to bring out Tyrant Dragon. I'm not sure what Rex would be able to do to bring out Tyrant Dragon. Maybe find a way to special summon Flame Prodigy, the fire monster that counts as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a fire monster. It'd be a bit random for a Dino duelist to have, but if he can find a way to special summon that, or special summon 2 other monsters, and then tribute summon Tyrant Dragon, then it would play out the same way. So Tyrant Dragon would still crush Guilford, then Rex would still use Chain of the Underworld to bring nice black dragon, Guildford back, then Joey would use Celebration of Creation to end Rex's turn, and then we would get to see this new fusion between Guildford and the Claw of Heremos, which would then equip to Gearfried the Swordmaster, and the duel ends the same way, basically. And it would more than, and that would end up being used again in the duel with Mai. But then I'm not sure how Joey would defeat Valen. I guess he'd use Guildford as a tribute for aura armor, but then it would have to be some kind of different ritual monster. Instead of Lord of the Red, it would be, I don't know. See, I'm not great at making up fictional cards, unlike a Dragon Master 25 and Dark Magic Cup on 1985. It would be something like Lord Guildford or something. I don't know. I'm sure someone could think of a better name. But yeah, that's what would basically help him in his duel with Valen. And win, and then we'd have pretty much the same result with the duel with Mai, only Knight of Dark Dragon wouldn't be involved. Hey Bertie! Speaking of which, like I said, Yugi would more likely use Lord of the Red and Knight of Dark Dragon instead. Who he'd use it against? I don't know. Probably not Jeremiah or Raphael. But I feel like it would come up in other duels throughout the season. It might not come up against Weevil though. It maybe would against Little Yugi. But like I said, these would more likely come up in the second duel with Raphael and the duel with Darts. That's how I see it. They might even pop up in the duel against Leon. Which brings us to the KC Grand Prix, or as Little Kariba calls it, Grand Prix. So yeah, Joey would find a way to bring Guildford the Lightning out against Siegfried, and would have more of a chance of winning, most probably. I mean, I can't remember what Siegfried's life point. Oh no, Siegfried was on 1600 because he took a direct attack from Jinzo. But if Joey was able to bring out Guildford the Lightning by tributing 3 monsters against Siegfried, then Joey would have won. So yeah, he could have taken out the main antagonist right there and then. Unless Siegfried found a way to avoid the attack and cheese a win, still with Valkyrie Brunhilde. And then Joey would go all the way to the final to face Leon, but I guess because of the plot, Leon would still find a way to beat Joey, and then we still get that last duel. I feel like the duel between Kyber and Siegfried would still happen because of Siegfried's shenanigans. Otherwise, the season just plays out the same way. Yeah, I feel like not much would change. There would be differences if Joey never took back Red Eye's Black Dragon, but not enough really to affect the whole story. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching.